Hello kids. In the last video, we learned about our universe, stars, planets and moons. Okay? Again, we learned about our solar system. Today, we are going to learn about the earth. We are going to learn about the earth. Our earth is the third planet in the solar system. It appears blue when seen from space and is thus called the blue planet. Life on earth exists because of the presence of air and water. The earth has only one satellite, the moon. The Earth is third planet in the solar system. Earth is on the third place from the sun. It is in third planet in solar system. It appears blue. The earth appears blue when it's seen from the space. And thus so it is called the blue planet. The earth appears blue when seen from space and is thus called blue planet. The life on earth exists because of the presence of air, water, sunlight, adequate sunlight. Understood, no? The life on earth exists because of the presence of air, water, sunlight. So the earth has only one planet which has the life on it. The earth and the life exists because of the presence of air and water. The earth has only one satellite, that is the moon. Earth has only one satellite. That satellite name is the moon. Now we'll see movements of the earth. Movements of the earth. The earth spins or rotates around itself on imaginary line that run through the center of the earth. This imaginary line is called as axis and is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees. Look in this picture, kids. It is the earth. The earth spins or rotates around itself on an imaginary line that runs through the center of the earth. The imaginary line runs through the center of the earth. The imaginary line is called as axis. This imaginary line is called as the axis and is tilted at 23.5 degrees. The imaginary line imaginary line is called the axis and is tilted at an angle 23.5 degrees. Okay, now we'll see how our day and nights are causes. How are day and night caused? The Earth's rotational movement causes day and night. The Earth rotates from west to east. That is the reason the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west. It rotates at a fixed speed and takes around 24 hours to complete one rotation. We call this speed of 24 hours means one day. Since the earth is spherical in shape, the part facing the sun receives the sunlight has the day while the part facing away from it has night. As the earth continues its rotational movement on the axis, the lighted part slowly moves away and has night. The dark part moves towards the sun and has day. How are day and night caused? We are going to see, okay? So let us see the earth. The Earth's rotational movement causes rotational movement causes the formation of day and night. The earth rotates from west to east. The earth rotates from west to east. That is the region the sun appears to rise in the east. The earth rotates from west to east, so that the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west. The sun rises in the east and the sun set in the west because the earth rotates from west to east. It rotates at a fixed speed and takes around 24 hours to complete one rotation. We call this speed of 24 hours means one day. Since the earth is spherical in shape, the part facing the sun receives sunlight. The earth is spherical in shape and it's rotating. The part facing the sun has a day while the part facing away it's at night. Which part facing the sun, that part has the day, and while the other part which away from it has night. As this earth continue rotational, the momentum on the axis, the light part slowly moves away from and has night, and the dark part move towards the sun and has the day. Understood, na kids? This picture of the earth rotates on its axis as a revolve around the sun. Next on the page. Revolution. Besides rotating on the axis, the earth simultaneously moves around the sun in a fixed path or orbit. This movement is called the revolution, and it takes the earth around 365 and 1/4 days to complete one revolution. We call this time period as 1 year. Revolution. Besides rotating on its axis, the earth simultaneously moves around the sun. Besides rotating on its axis, the earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun in a fixed orbit. The earth simultaneously moves around the sun in a fixed orbit. This movement is called the revolution. It takes the earth around 365 and 1/4 days to complete one revolution. We call this time period as 1 year. Understood, no kids? How and why we call the 1 year 365 and 1/4 days means 1 year. Now we'll see how are different seasons caused. The earth revolution is responsible for the changes in seasons. How does this happen? When the earth revolves around the sun on its tilted axis, half of it is near the sun while the other half is away from it. Naturally, the part near the sun has a longer and the warmer day because of the direct sun rays that is received. Therefore, this part of the earth experiences the summer seasons. The other half of the earth which is a little away from the sun receive a slanting rays from it and therefore has a shorter and a cooler days. It is winter in this part of the earth. In between these two seasons, both the part experience the autumn and spring, weather being neither too hot nor too cold. Cycle of the season on earth. How are different seasons caused? The earth revolves around the sun. Okay. The earth make round around the sun is responsible for the changes in season. The earth's revolution is the responsible for changes in season. How does this happens when the earth revolves around the sun on its tilted axis? When the earth revolves around the sun on its tilted axis, it is responsible for causes the changes in seasons. Half of its near the sun, while the other half is away from it. Naturally, the part near to the sun has longer and warmer days because of the direct sun rays that it receives. Therefore, this part of the earth experiences summer season. The other half of the earth which is a little away from the sun receive slanting rays from it and therefore has a shorter and cooler days. It is winter in this part of the earth. When the half of the earth which is little away from the sun receives the slanting rays from it and therefore had a shorter and cooler days. It is a winter in this part of the earth. In between these two seasons, summer and winter, both the part experiences the autumn and spring, weather being neither too hot nor too cold. Understood, my kids? Here our lesson over. Today's your homework is read the lesson carefully. Learn all new words and copy it, write down in your notebook. Bahid that one new words. Understood, my kids? Thank you for watching the video.